cyclists, how's it going? I'm Courtney, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 things that can help more people actually find your business when they're looking online. Look, I get it. You're busy running your business and you don't have the time to figure out all the internet stuff, right? And honestly, a lot of business owners just don't know who's an expert when it comes to this kind of thing. So here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm just going to show you 3 real things you can actually use, which are content citations and backlinks. No weird jargon, no pressure, and if you like what you see and want to chat after, that's cool. Just shoot me a message right after. All right, so let's jump in. So, first thing I'd like to talk about is your website content. So your website needs content on it. And I know that sounds simple, but hear me out. When people search for what you do, Google has to figure out which business to show them. And one way it does that is by reading what's on your homepage. If there's only a couple of sentences, Google's basically like, I'm not really sure what this business does. Right now, your site has about, for a little, something 1,400 words, which is actually not bad. That's actually not bad to have, because the minimum that you want to have for Google standards is at least 1,500 words. So it's not bad at all. So I also did the same thing for your top competitor in Richmond, by the way, in the Richmond area, and these guys are looking at 466. But they're ranking number 1. So why is that? I'm actually going to get into that very shortly. So with this content, you want to be mindful of the keywords that are on your website and how they are placed. So just to give you an idea of content, so everything that you see highlighted, images, logos, icons, all those things, this is what Google looks at when they scan your site, this too, and you want to make sure that all of your images and everything that I mentioned have those appropriate keywords. All right, and we're just going to take a look and see if this one does. Oh, this one's missing a C. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. That is good. I see that whoever did your website did a good job with labeling the images and logos. You just want to make sure all of them are correctly labeled, all right? So heading on over to Ahrefs. This is a tool that basically lets me get a peek behind the curtain. It shows me what Google thinks a website is about based on what people are actually typing into Google every month. So I ran a quick scan of you and your competitor just to look at a couple of things. You guys are currently ranking for 8 keywords at the moment, and we're just going to take a look at what a few of those are. All right, so these are some of these. Okay. All right, and just from like a glance, these are not the most optimized for people who are trying to find you guys. One of the things that you want to keep in mind of are keywords with your business name. You don't want people to just be finding you guys because of your business name. Excuse me, because not everybody knows your business name. So you want to be able to have keywords that are geared towards the people who don't know, because that's how you gain new traffic to your doors, right? So I'm going to actually show you an example of a perfect example of a keyword that can be used. And what I'm going to take a look at, we're going to take a look at your competitor. These guys are ranking for 51 keywords, and that's bringing them in a traffic of 170 per month. Let's see where you guys are at actually. Okay, it brings you guys in a traffic of 10 per month, all right? So taking a look at same thing, just looking at a few of theirs. All right, so see this one right here? This one's a perfect example. This is a really good example. This one's okay. All right, so just looking at these ones. So you want to have the perfect type of keyword that you want to have for your local business. You want to have something that you do, landscaping, and then you want to have the location, Richmond, Virginia, right? Those are examples of good keywords for a local business. So heading on over, I'm actually going to take a keyword and I'm just going to place it into Google. So commercial landscape in Richmond, VA. And we're just going to go over this this page. And real quick, actually, and I know you might see a bunch of ads when you Google your industry. Ads can actually work pretty well, but if your website doesn't have the basics dialed in first, you might just be throwing at money. You might just be throwing money at something that isn't ready yet. So get your foundation solid first. And just to mention that, people also have ad blockers, so they won't be able to see any of these. So you don't only just want to rely on ads as well. Okay, so this is going into the second thing I'd like to talk about, and that is getting listed in more places. All right, so when you Google something, like plumber near me, and you see that map with 3 businesses on it, like when you search it up on your cell phone or your laptop, that's the map pack. And getting into the top 3 is huge, because that's where people click. The higher you are, the more clicks you get. And so how do you actually get up there? Well, let me show you this picture. Okay, so you need to be listed on a bunch of different websites with your business's name, address, and phone number, and they have to all match perfectly. Places like Yelp, BBB, Facebook, CityStar, and many, many more. And the more places your info shows up correctly, the more Google trusts that you're a real legit business and will bump you up on the map pack, right? Allow you to go get higher than your competitor, right? So to get in head, you don't just want to match them, right? You don't just want to match your competitors. You want to get listed on everything they're on, plus get like 50 to 100 more, right? That way you're way ahead, and it takes them a long time to catch up, right? And these are called citations, by the way. Basically a fancy word for your business info being out there consistently. Right, and then the third thing I'd like to talk about is getting other sites to link to you guys online. So when we scroll past these 3 map results, you see this list of websites right here, right? So you want to be at the top of the list, like the top 3 results. Again, same reason, they get more clicks. The higher you are, the more clicks you get. And in order to get there, you need Google to see you as an authority, basically someone who knows their stuff. And so how do you become an authority, right? And that's simple. Other sites need to link back to you guys. So think of it like this. If you get a local blog talking about, best landscapers in the Richmond, Virginia area, that is a lot more effective to have linking back to you guys than, say, like a Pizza Hut, right? I mean, it's cool, I guess, but it's not super helpful because you guys don't sell pizza, right? So you want links from sites that make sense for your business, okay? All right, and going back over, this is Ahrefs. Going back to Ahrefs, this is an excellent tool for taking a look at backlinks, all right? And we're just going to take a look. You guys are sitting at 206 backlinks at the moment, and we're just going to take a look at your competitor. All right, your competitor has 232, and a lot of them are from good, relevant sources. And here's the cool part, actually, how to actually go about getting those. With tools like Ahrefs, I can see exactly what's linking to your competitor. So then, we would go reach out to those exact same sites and get the links for your business too, right? So it's not magic to get you to the top. It's just doing the homework. So in closing, to wrap it up, we went over content. You want to get at least 1,500 words on your homepage. What you guys are already doing, so good job on that. And you want to get the 1,500 words, but you also want to get the proper keywords and placement on there. Second thing, citations. You want to get your business name, address, and phone number listed on 200 to 300 sites to beat out your competition by a landslide. And 3, backlinks. You want to get more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority and the go-to in your area, right? You do these 3 things and you're going to be way ahead of your competition in any area you go for, right? So now you can totally take this info and run with it yourself, and I'm cool with that. But if you want to skip the learning curve and just have someone handle it who's done it a bunch of times, give me a call or shoot me a text at 218-517-5113. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. And either way, I hope this really helped you. Bye.